Minister, since I entered this Dáil in 2011, I have been railing against the policies that were pursued by the previous government, Fine Gael Labour government, then the Fianna Fáil and Independents, and now this government, in terms of actively encouraging vulture funds and cuckoo funds to come in and take over, first of all, virtually the entire NAMA portfolio. And now we have this situation where they're coming in and buying up new estates, and they are pricing out first-time buyers or anybody who ordinary working person who wants to buy. And the policy is inexplicable. The only beneficiaries are these vultures and cuckoos who make an absolute fortune, and they are directly contributing to the dire housing crisis, and have done, played a large part in creating the dire housing crisis that we now face, that affects vast swathes of our population, and which has effectively locked out a whole generation of young working people. Although it's not just the young, anybody who now finds themselves trying to buy or trying to rent is faced with the extortionate house prices and rents that are controlled and manipulated by these entities, these profit-driven entities. And despite the uproar at this latest scandal of them buying up estates, forced the government to take a token measure. And to be honest, even the 10% is a bit of a joke. It's a total joke. We should have 100% stamp duty on them to completely exclude them from the market. And that should be the policy. But even in terms of this measure, the idea that we are going to give them a 10% break on this 10% levy if they lease it back to the local authority. And Micheál Martin's excuse for this over the last few days is to say, oh, but before we build our own housing, there's a stopgap, and a small amount of leasing is not a bad thing, and it will help deliver social housing. That is the excuse. And he even tried to pit, if you like, the need to provide social housing against the first-time buyers or young working families that want to buy. Now, you see, there's a simple answer to this, and I want to put it to you. I put it to him today, and he didn't answer. We should be building our own housing. We should be excluding these entities. But if we have to, as a stopgap, in the short term, source some housing from private developers, we should purchase it directly from the developer, not lease it from the intermediary, which is the cuckoo fund or the vulture fund. It is bad value for money, shockingly bad value for money, and as you said, it's only a 10-year guarantee of a lease. So they can walk away after 10 years, with the asset, making an absolute massive profit, whereas at least if we purchased these houses directly ourselves, we could allocate them for both social and affordable housing while we ramp up the direct construction programme of public and affordable housing on our own land. It is absolutely outrageous what is being done with this. There is no justification whatsoever, and you should not do it and take it out of this bill.